Hello there, and thank you very much, Stanfords, for choosing Slow Trains to Istanbul to be your June book of the month. I'm honoured and delighted. Now, I'll just give a rundown here for anyone who's interested about the book, and probably the best way to do that is, first of all, to give the vital statistics of the book, which are that it was covered 4,570 miles over 30 days, 55 rides, 16 countries, a total of 4 days, 7 hours, and 46 minutes precisely were spent on trains, almost precisely, which were 14% of represented 14% of the entire journey. Now, why did I do it? The idea came from, I suppose, reaching midlife and middle age and deciding that, okay, well, I'll have a midlife crisis. Now, normally most people decide to buy a red Porsche or join a gym and change their wardrobe, that kind of thing. I decided not to do that. And I was on a park bench with my friend Danny from journalism college from university, one of my old friends, and some time ago, and we dreamt up this scheme to travel around Europe on trains, and it was a very simple set of reasons for it. Well, we thought, well, traveling by train is nice, Europe is nice, let's do it. Simple as that. But we also wanted to kind of break free for a while. And the Jerome K. Jerome, wrote his book, Three Men in a Boat, about travelling down the Thames. And one of the quotes from it was that they required a change of scenery, the absence of the necessity for thought, and they hoped that this would restore their mental equilibrium. And that this was kind of their launch pad for their journey along the Thames, very comically told. Well, instead, I was two men and a load of trains around Europe. Two middle-aged men and a load of trains around Europe is the basis of this book, but there's a little bit more to it than that. Anyway, we decided to look up, sitting on our park bench with our red stripe lagers. We decided to take a break from that, and we walked to Stamford's, bought the rail map to Europe, and returned to our park bench and decide and pick the route. Well, the route sprung out immediately, which was to go from London to Istanbul, which took me and Danny via Paris, Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, to Turkey, where actually Danny flew back, and I continued the journey via Greece, and then ferry to Italy, and then up through Switzerland, glorious train rides in Switzerland, into the Low Countries via France, and then up to the Hook of Holland and back. So that's the basics of it all. And the route kind of sprung to mind because that was the way the old Orient Express went, which began in 1883, dreamt up by the Belgian entrepreneur and engineer George Nagelmakers, who managed to talk each of the countries along the way into allowing his train through. And it went through some tricky territory in Bulgaria and Romania in those days, back in 1883, when bandits were a risk. And he took some journalists actually on the first journey, 1883, a press trip, and they described it very well in their reports. And I've used them as the kind of ghosts of following the ghosts of this initial journey. So it's not just two middle-aged men on trains, but there's the historical background to the route. There's also a bit about the politics of the countries and the other history of the countries going through, and the practicalities of booking things. Now, that's one of two points to come from, I suppose, from this book, of looking at the wider picture of it. First, it's very doable. It's very easy to book these trains, to book an Interrail pass. You don't have to be young to do it. You can do it when you're middle-aged. You can do it whatever age you are, and it's very affordable. Booking accommodation now is easier than ever. You can do it an hour before you arrive in your journey while still on the train. Go onto booking.com, hotels.com, whichever website, and book away. And so that's one thing. It's doable. The second thing, it was nice for a while, as hinted at earlier, to break free, and to break free from what's becoming increasingly the AI world, the artificial intelligence, and the huge influence of the internet on our lives, we'll actually go and see things, hear things, smell things, taste things, feel things, see Europe, this wonderful place that's on our doorstep, on Britain's doorstep, with your own senses and experience it. And that was a key kind of feeling, that progress doesn't have to be AI. Progress can be experiencing things yourselves. And to go back to that Jerome K. Jerome quote, well, did we did we have a change of scenery? Well, we had plenty of change of sceneries. Did we have time for thought? We had plenty of time for thought while rolling along the tracks. And did we restore our mental equilibrium? Well, I like to think we did a little bit, and that was a treat to be able to do so, and it's available to anyone to do so as well. And I hope the story described in this book perhaps inspires a few journeys of your own. Thank you very much for inviting me and for making it Book of the Month.